In Star Wars canon, the Empire was officially defeated at the Battle of Jakku, 1 year after the Battle of Endor. By the time the Battle of Jakku was over, most of the prominent Imperial leaders had either perished, surrendered, or retreated into the unknown regions to regroup and form the First Order. One such officer was Grand Moff Randd, the former ruler of the Empire's territory in the Outer Rim. As one of the members of the Shadow Council, a group of Imperial leaders trying to keep the Empire alive after the Emperor's supposed death at Endor, Randd helped plan the Battle of Jakku, designing it as a last stand against the newly formed New Republic. For his part in the fight, he was given control of the Imperial fleet, where he surveyed the battle from the last known Super Star Destroyer in Imperial possession, the Ravager. During the battle, Commander Kirsta Agate of the New Republic used her ship's tractor beam to bring the Ravager down. Commander Agate's ship had been badly damaged during the fighting, so much so that it was going to go down regardless. However, her ship, being a Starhawk, had an incredibly powerful tractor beam, which she used to grab hold of the Ravager and drag it down with her to the planet's surface. Realizing what was happening, Randd abandoned ship, avoiding a fiery death on Jakku below. Here is where things actually get a little muddled, as while books like Lost Stars and Aftermath Empire's End depict him as commanding the Imperial fleet from the Ravager, the reference book On the Front Lines states that he commanded the battle from the bridge of his personal Star Destroyer, Acidity. It's a small contradiction, but it can be very easily explained, as when he abandoned the Ravager as it was being pulled down to the surface, his escape pod was likely recovered by the Acidity, which would have likely been present at the Battle of Jakku as well. From here, he continued to survey the battle from that Star Destroyer. He later regrouped with a decently sized Imperial fleet in the Quilon Nebula, vowing to strike back against the New Republic once they were ready. What's interesting here is that the book Lost Stars seems to imply that his Imperial fleet was its own Imperial Remnant, rather than a fledgling part of the soon-to-be-formed First Order. This would mean that while Randd was a part of the Shadow Council, he essentially did not merit an invitation to join the other Imperial forces in the unknown regions. During the Battle of Jakku, a select number of Imperial officers deemed worthy enough were sent coordinates to a specific system in the unknown regions, while the others were left behind to die fighting on Jakku. These coordinates were sent by the leader of the Shadow Council, Gallius Rax. This was actually a part of Emperor Palpatine's Great Contingency Plan, where he entrusted Gallius Rax to carry out his orders while he recovered on Exegol. It would appear, though, that Randd was not a part of that contingency plan, and therefore in control of a sizable Imperial remnant with no connection to the First Order. A seemingly competent and loyal Imperial officer, Grand Moff Randd, may pose a decent threat to the New Republic. We have yet to see or hear anything about him since Lost Stars or Aftermath Empire's End, so he may still be out there. Or he potentially found a way to regroup with the First Order. A few other surviving Imperial officers were able to do so during the era of the New Republic, so he could possibly have done the same. Anyway, that's what we know so far about Grand Moff Randd. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.